Alright guys, the next one, or one that I'm going to leave for you when I'm not here, is the adjustable bracket. It's the bottom right one on the paper. If we're not through that one yet, you can start working on it. Set up your title block and everything like normal. And then in here, I'm going to go relatively quickly because you should have the basics down, and this way I can fit the whole thing on one video. Just like the other ones, I'm going to start by doing my front view, which is the edge. Flat is 2 inches. This is on a 45. And it's 2.5. Offset for thickness. Whole thing is 1/2 inch thick. Close in the ends. Trim the overlap. And you have the beginning of the front view. I'll use that to start my top view. Bring up the length from my front. The width is 2. Line it up. Bring it down. Bring this corner over. Alright, the circles, there's 4 of them. They are a 1/2 inch in from this side. The first ones are. And then they are a 1/2 inch in from the outsides. Now, from these 2 circles to the next ones, it is 0.75 over. So I do that. Bring it over. So I have those. I have circles. Their diameter 0.375. I'm just going to use copy. You can do them from scratch. They're all the same. I'll change these to center. Alright. Now, next thing I would do, I have the holes here, looking straight down on them. So I'm going to bring them down to my front. Bring down the hidden lines from the edges. And also bring down the center line. Alright, now I'm going to move my top up some so I don't run into it. Go a little bit further. Alright, going to start the auxiliary view. That way I can do the grooves in that, bring them here, bring them up to my top. I'm going to offset some distance. That some distance is going to be 0.5 for me. It can be whatever for you. Now I'm going to offset for the width. It is 2. Change this back to object. Close. Close. Bring up a guideline for this corner. Connect up. Everything's on a 45. Now I trim the extra. I'm going to do these circles first here, just to get them done and over with. Again, they're all the same size, so I'm going to end up copying them around. So I only have to do one individual one, and that should be good enough to copy the other ones. Alright, so I brought up where the hidden lines for one of them hit on the top surface, and then where the center line hits. The distance in doesn't change, so I'm going to do 0.5, offset in, and then do same for the other side too. Alright, this is my center line going this way, so I'm going to offset it to get the radius. I really only need one side, but I'll do both. So offset The diameter is 3/8, so the offset I'm going to do is half of that, so 3/16 to one side, to the other. That'll give me 3/8. Now all the lines I have are overkill, but it should make it easy to make the ellipse. Far side, on the far sides. And I can delete that, and delete. I'm going to bring up the center line, up and across. I'll use that in a minute as a reference point to grab this one, but I have to do the bottom edge of it. So now I bring up guidelines from the bottom edge. There's one. Well, actually we could just get away with one, because it's the same ellipse. So I'm just going to do copy, select it. I brought up the far left edge, so I'm going to grab the far left edge, bring it down. This is so thick you won't be able to see through it all. So this second one is completely hidden, and it will be connected with hidden lines from wide point to wide point. Get rid of this line. Alright, so that is that whole one. Now I need to make 3 copies of it, so I select all parts of it, copy. My reference point is going to be the center of the original. So I click that, place 1, place 2, place 3. So I have the circles all done there. I'll delete these now. If you want to leave them, just make sure you change them to center lines. Alright, now I'm going to do the groove that's cut here and the chamfer. I'll do the chamfer first. So I do chamfer, distance. I'm going to click on it. You could type D and hit enter, and it is 0.312, and that's 0.312 again. So just hit enter, click corner, and it trims it. Hit enter, click corner, trims it for you. Alright, now for the grooves. They are offset 0.62 from the side in, and from that one it is 0.75 over. Then is 0.62 from the front edge back, and then it is 1 inch from there back. We're looking straight down, so they're going to be circles. They are radius 0.25, so it's asking diameter, so it would be 0.5 diameter. Let me change that to object. Copy here, here, and here. Didn't want to open that. Object. Connect them where the lines cut through. You can't use quadrant because there's not a quadrant where they are. So that's why you need these lines. Use trim. I'm going to select the 4 lines I just made and trim off the 2 halves that I no longer need. There we go. Got the grooves. I will change all these to center lines. Alright, now bringing it down here. Object for the chamfer, because I can see that edge. Bring over the top edge. Bottom edge. Those will both be hidden. I'll also bring down the center lines. Here. And here. Get rid of these connecting. So I have the grooves here, have the grooves here. Just to finish up this auxiliary view, I'll add in the last 2 lines. I want to bring one up for this corner, and it'll be hidden the whole way across because I can't see it. And then one for the inside of the bend. And my auxiliary is all done. My front view is all done. Now I just gotta do my top. I'm going to bring some lines up where the hidden line hits the top. I'm just going to take it right through my auxiliary. It's not going to hurt anything. Where the center line is. And also do the center line on the bottom. And then the hidden. Again, I'm bringing up, the lines I'm bringing up are overkill. I won't really need all of them. But if I do extend ellipse, if I click here, because this is the edge, I don't know the other edge. Oh, actually, I'll need 2 more lines here. So I'm going to do the wide part going vertically. So I'm going to offset this 0.25. So I have the center line up and down. There we go. Now I'll be able to do the axis end. Far side, and radius. I will take that, copy to here, see it lines up to here and here. Get rid of these lines, get rid of these, and then I will connect with the object from quadrant to quadrant. And I'll use trim, select the 4 lines I just made, trim off the parts I don't need, which are the inside ones. Get rid of these guidelines, and then I'll also do the chamfer before I make the bottom edge ones, because I can do that all in one fell swoop. Where the chamfer hits the top edge, bring it up, and then the distance in doesn't change, so I'm going to offset 0.312. Side up. I just go from here to there. Delete, delete. I use mirror, select that, grab my midpoint, mirror it to the other side. Then I'll use those 2 chamfers to trim the corners off. From there, I need 1 reference point. I'm going to do this back edge. And then I'm going to copy all of this. Back to that line. Now I'm going to pause and I'm going to trim the stuff so I don't run out of time for you. Alright, quickly before I run out of time, what I copied up is hidden where the part is inside the original is the object. I'm going to get rid of the guidelines, and then the very last thing before dimensions, don't forget dimensions, is I bring up where this bend is. I got that. Oh, one other short thing I forgot. Forgot to bring up the chamfers. So I grab those, copy, reference, reference, and then those would be hidden and connected across and up, and you're all done. It was quick, but hopefully you can follow along. Again, now you do your dimensions. Don't ever forget those, because then you just get half points and get back to redo.